Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of East End Nordics running on PC. Okay, where are we heading now? We are heading out into the new world. Okay.
Full speed ahead.
Whoa, this is actually pretty good.
Look at us go!
This is a nice find.
Look at us go!
Fish it out.
Sky's overcast. I actually think it's nicer this way.
I won't say no to a freebie.
Well now, this is a surprising find.
Whoa, this is actually pretty good. Ours now.
Well, isn't this nice?
Just feel that wind.
Nailed.
Just destroying them for no reason. No, I think I have to go this way. Yeah, that's right. The other places are... the shores are in the way. I have to go all the way around.
You never know what'll come in handy.
I reeled this in.
Fish it out.
What? No alcohol?
Ours for the taking.
You may as well take it.
You never know what'll come in handy.
I reeled this in.
Specular Bay.
Rafe really respected his dad a lot. That's why he couldn't bring himself to forgive Mr. Eveleys after what happened with Mark. But it seems like Rafe couldn't forgive himself either. And he was so torn up that it drove him away from town entirely. I had no idea.
Speaking of fathers, what are you planning to do going forward, Cruz? Carpent trading has gone up in smoke with the rest of Karnak.
I wouldn't worry about that. As long as my dad is around, Carpent trading isn't going anywhere. For the time being, my hands are full helping out with the ship here. But after that... Huh? Rain.
Chapter 6, Heaven's Mirror.
Thought the cloud seemed ominous. It's really coming down hard.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing Specular Bay up close.
What's so special about the scenery here?
That is a fantastic question. You see, Sand piles up easily in Specular Bay, and the area itself is mainly composed of shoals. So, when the tide is low and there's no wind, the blue sky is beautifully reflected on the surface of the water. The sight is so striking that the area is also known as Heaven's Mirror.
I'd love to see that.
You're in for some disappointment then. Judging by the clouds, I'd say this rain won't be letting up anytime soon. Sitting here and waiting for it to clear up would just be a waste of time.
That's too bad.
You seriously think giving me the sad eyes is gonna work? I said no.
Let's make use of this.
Boy, is it coming down. Hoogle here is soaked.
Wow. Rosa, everything all right? Be sure to swap places with Easer before you get too cold up there.
Got it. I might do that in a bit.
Spot something?
Dead ahead. What looks like an undying plate ship is in our path.
What? Rosa's eyes sure are something to have spotted that in this downpour. Going up against enemy ships in a narrow stretch like this is just asking for trouble. Adol, pull the Saunders port side and find a place we can lay low.
Lay low
Take her
with
in
this
as close
giant
as you
ship.
can, Adol.
I'll give it a try.
Hey, closer!
Whoa! What's going on out there? It looks like we ran aground on a reef. A leak has sprung at the bottom of the boat.
What's the status? Report!
I don't think we're in imminent danger. But we'll need to drop anchor for a bit and fix it up properly.
Adol! You need to pay better attention!
You're right, I'm sorry.
Miss Karja?
What is it?
I was just going to say, the All-in Islands are nearby. If we can hold the leak until we make it there, we'll have a safe place to repair the ship.
Fine, let's do that.
How long are those two gonna be like that? We don't need to go blaming anyone for us running aground. We had to hide from that Grieger ship, and it ended up turning away, so all's well that ends well, yeah?
I think those two already know just what they need to do. But it may take a bit of prodding to get them moving in the right direction. Adol, may I speak with you for a moment?
I can only go so far.
I'm gonna go help with the repairs.
Yeah, the link. Yep.
Karja, you'll need to hear this as well. There's something I'd like to ask of you both.
Specular grass?
Yes, it's a type of botanical herb said to be endemic to this region's islands. It has a number of medicinal applications, from preventing scurvy to lowering fevers. I'm sure it will be useful to have on the Sandras, and now seems like the perfect chance to gather some.
If it helps against scurvy, that by itself is worth it.
So, how about it? Can I have you two gather some for me?
Let's do it, Karja.
All right, fine. So where exactly is this grass found?
Thank you. I appreciate it. The grass purportedly grows in large quantities on hills with ample sun exposure. The rain may have stopped for now, but those clouds still have me wary. Don't push yourselves too hard out there.
To be clear, I'm not placing blame on any of you. But the lives of the townsfolk all depend on the Sandros and his crew. So surely it must make sense to you why I, as mayor, would at least ask why we run aground. And I keep telling you, everyone makes mistakes once in a while. Would you be satisfied with that answer, where our positions switch? It's fine. I can infer what must have happened. If there's anything we can do to help, just give the order. Right. I swear, it feels like more people we bring aboard, the more crap we have to put up with. Not that rescuing them was a bad thing, of course. I guess I just gotta try and stick it out. When things go awry, it's imperative to clearly delineate the reasons why. In this case, however, I believe I've managed to glean the gist of the situation. Accordingly, in the interest of the townspeople's safety, we ought to repair the ship as quickly as possible. Yeah, working on it, my man. And now we're shipwrecked. For every disaster we run headlong into another, what else is one to do but laugh? I can feel the outrage welling up inside me. If this is to be my lot, then I formally refuse. Fate won't take me without a fight. Well, she's finally lost it. I can feel the outrage. Okay, yeah, right. Boom. Would you quit watching, or Mom, would you quit watching over me like a hawk and relax already? It's not like I'm looking to kill him the first chance I get. Everyone is watching, after all. Rafe. That was supposed to be a joke. Guess it didn't sound like much of one. I don't want to make you sad, though, Mom. If you believe only one thing from me, let it be that. Probably only sounds like so much lip service coming from your good-for-nothing kid, though. All I ever do is worry you sick. Rafe. Hey, now that we've washed ashore here, why don't I act like a good son for once? Or why don't I act like a good son for once? I'll massage your shoulders for as long as you like. Put those muscles I got from mercenary work to use. Now, no need to embarrass us both, but I appreciate the thought. Talking with Rafe like this, it's as if he never left. But I still get the feeling he isn't entirely honest with me. Maybe I'm just being overly worried. Huh? You two heading out? Guess I'll stick around here and keep an eye on things then. It's not often we have everyone on the boat like this, after all. Are you doing okay? My situation isn't settled yet, if that's what you're asking. But it's nothing to get keyed up about. I'm not aiming to cause any trouble in the immediate future. By the way, I don't think I like how those clouds are looking up there. The rain's let up for a moment, but it's liable to start pouring again before long. Oh, Adol and Karja. Have you two made up yet? It's not as if we're really fighting in the first place. Dr. Flare just asked us to go look for some herbs. Oh, I see. That's some smart thinking from the doctor. Just so you know, Princess, the Twin Islands are connected in the middle by a small sandbar. Seems that way, I think the rest of us are going to try and gather food on this island for the time being. The other one might be just a teensy bit too scary for the rest of us, though. That is to say, we'd appreciate you checking if there's anything decent to eat over there. Okay, will do. It's normal for people to have little tiffs like this from time to time. We won't be able to put the ship out to sea for a while, so why don't you go take a little walk together? The weather's not looking great right now, so be careful heading out, okay? I think I might go help Cruz and the others with the ship once I'm done gathering up ingredients. I thought my heart was going to stop cold when we ran aground. I feel a lot calmer now, though. Maybe because we're all in this together. It's nice being in good company. This must be a total disaster for that Millet Missy, though. She's not even used to traveling by boat to begin with. I'd sort of like to see how she's holding up, but I'd probably just annoy her. Everyone's got the same fears when traveling by boat, but the fact we're all in this together helps me stay calm. It's nice being in good company. Frankly, I would have liked to gather the specular grass myself, but my old rickety back has been giving me trouble as of late. Oh, that I were still as youthful as Dr. Asrad. Aren't you younger than him? Now that you say it, I think you're right. Maybe the beard adds a few years on. Nevertheless, I'm still in my late 40s. In any event, I will leave the foraging up to you two. Thanks in advance. There's a high probability that specular grass grows on these islands. The two of you should be more than capable of locating it. Thanks in advance. The doc told me you guys took on his request. You better hop to it then. We'll be here putting the camp together. The weather ain't looking too great, so watch yourselves out there. Not like I need reminding. It's not like either of them is really at fault, but they sure are making things awkward over it. Well, you better get on with the doctor quest. We'll be here putting up the camp together. My company has dealt with in specular grass before. It's highly effective, but can only be found in this region, making it fairly rare. That translates into quite a lucrative selling price, so be sure to gather some extras. Enough to fill 3 crates should do it. Specular grass is a rare commodity, so it's certain to sell at a high price. A shame it can't be sourced more easily, though. Hard to make a stable profit off something like that. Jeez, look at all these people, man. What's this swill supposed to be? Doesn't even taste like nothing. Whatever, booze is booze. As long as it gets me drunk, I ain't picky. He woke up and started hollering for alcohol, so we filled that bottle with water and gave it to him. This guy can't even tell it apart from actual liquor. Where am I anyway? Last I remember, someone was about to kill me. For the afterlife, this weather sure is lousy. And where are all the pretty girlies? I mean, there's quite a few here. Before you get on my case, I'm not doing this for fun. I'm helping us to secure provisions. Actually, that couldn't sound more like an excuse, could it? That said, I mean it when I say this calms me down. Could you let it slide just this once? I am doing this to help secure provisions, of course, but it's also true that it calms me down. Fishing like this, it takes me back in more ways than one. Imagine that Dr. Azred's hobby is coming in handy. Well, as long as it helps us survive, that's what's important. Our provisions are far from well stocked, so I might as well lend a hand too. Believe it or not, I'm a Karnak boy through and through. Knowing my way around a fishing rod comes with the territory. As a matter of fact, I was the one who taught Philia how to... Oops. Let's forget I said anything, shall we? Anyhow, I'll be here helping the good doctor out. Man, this sucks big time. What were you guys thinking running us aground? If you'd been steering the right way, this never would have... What's with you? Usually you have snapped back at me by now. Don't be so hard on yourself about it, okay? Because it's throwing me out of whack, too. Just forget it. I'll go watch the fish over there. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? What? Now your word, too? I should really help out with things once we get back. Whew, that should be enough for us to proceed with the repairs. It seems, however, that many among us are feeling rather anxious about the situation. Perhaps I should go and check with everyone next. I can have a look around the perimeter as well while I'm at it. This is the duty of a priest after all. You needn't fret about the rest of us here. I shall be keeping my eyes wide open for wandering beasts. The bottom of the hull isn't as severely damaged as I thought it might be. We have a lot more helping hands now, so some of us can gather materials while the others start on repairs. If it all goes well, we may be able to set off again by tomorrow. It's best to err on the side of caution and do as thorough a job as possible on the repairs. While we're at it, this is a rare opportunity to examine the bottom of the hull, too. Miss Karja, please don't concern yourself about the ship. We can get it repaired within a day. That so? She's all yours, then. And, sorry for the trouble. Not at all. Take care, Miss Karja. Please don't concern yourself about the ship. This worsening weather is the real stumbling block right now. Take care heading out, you two. Ezra and Cruz both have quite the discerning eyes. I've run aground myself when I was younger. As someone who's shared in this experience, you can count on my support. Okay. I think that's everyone.
Let's catch our breath.
What?
think there's something around here. Found something!
Where did these ruins come from? Probably from before the Great Calamity. Heard that 100 years ago there was a huge flood here. That's about it. Are you still angry? I just don't know all that much about the details is all.
I think there's something around here. Found something!
Doesn't seem like any of that specular grass is around here. Should we go farther in?
Let's go! Go time!
Interesting.
Maybe I'll throw a few lines. Got it right!
That's the way! I'll help out!
You! Ha! Pretty big, this one!
Belly a herring.
Got it right! Here we go! Come on! Come here, you! You put up quite a fight!
Bole. Bole bole.
I wonder what you'll catch.
Got it right!
That's the way. That's the way. I'll help out. Okay, let's reel it in.
Come here, you! It's puny, but I'll take it. Hup! Huh?
I can see it a little from the ship, but this is the land bridge that connects the two islands. Looks like we can cross right now. We could, yeah, but once the tide comes in, though, that little strip of sand will be gone. But I guess as long as it's fine, as long as we make it back here before then.
this area on the map.
Switch! Burn to ashes!
Switch!
There are more ruins here. Are you okay? She seems to have a high fever. Maybe she was already feeling unwell when the Sandras ran aground. Karja's breath is labored, and it seems her fever is only getting worse.
Yes, it's a type of botanical herb said to be endemic to this region's islands. It has a number of medicinal applications, from preventing scurvy to lowering fevers. I'm sure it will be useful to have on the Sandras, and now seems like the perfect chance to gather some.
Some specular grass might help get her fever down. There's no moving away from her, though, thanks to the mana handcuffs. Karja is asleep, but appears to be in pain. There's a stone statue depicting two ravens here. Oh, here we are again. Karja needs help as soon as possible. Where to go, though? The old man doesn't seem to be in today either. I'll be here if you need me. There seems to be a note left by the old man. There's a location marked on the map.
Let's catch our breath. Here goes!
Oh, it isn't Adol. Good to see you. Seems leaving that note was a good idea after all.
How'd you know I'd be coming?
I merely had an odd inkling that you'd drop by. Recently, I felt better than ever. Maybe because I've remembered so much. Oh, is something worrying you? There. All will surely be well. Here's a thought. Could I ask you to accompany me, Adol? At the end of this perilous cliff road is a stone statue. Why don't we have a little competition to see who can reach it first?
Using guild boards?
You've got one too, don't you? I dusted my old board off and have been using it again recently. Used to ride it all the time back when I was young. Oh, don't make that face. I might be old, but there's nothing to worry about. You see, mana by nature doesn't diminish in power with age. How about a prize? If you manage to beat me, I'll impart to you some hidden knowledge. Well then, shall we begin? Up.
Nice breeze! Caught the wind! So fast!
You have me beat. Good job, Adol.
Good job yourself. I'm surprised.
I'm glad to see my skills with mana are indeed as sharp as ever. They say that with age come the varied shackles that bind you in body and mind. In the end, the wings of your freedom are clipped away, feather by feather. Or so many seem to think. As for myself, I don't believe that is necessarily the case. Young though you may be, you've already grasped the true essence of freedom. Don't let yourself get chained down. You already have the right answer inside you. Now, you just need to help her find it too.
The mana cost binding Adol and Karja begin to resonate with the stone statue. The only way to help Karja would be to somehow move on without her for a while. The stone statue appears to resonate in response to Adol's fervent pleas. What just happened is unclear, but it seems acting solo is possible now.
Let's see.
I'll make a new type of medicine. Well, I'm all full up, though. Make a holy potion.
What should I do next? Whew. All finished. All prepped and ready.
Adol. I'm sorry.
Focus on resting. No response. Seems Karja has fallen back asleep. Dual guards cannot be used while Acting solo, be careful as performing a guard with right trigger will not block a power attack. Oh, they block power attacks? I didn't even realize that.
Let's catch our breath.
The tide has come in, causing the sandbar connecting back to the eastern island to completely vanish. For the time being, it'll be impossible to return to the Sandras for aid. Seems our only hope of helping Karja now is to find some specular grass. I can't just hoverboard up through that? Oh, okay, well, whatever. That would make too much sense.
Looks strong.
Well, let's not deal with it then if it looks strong.
How's that?
Angler's headband.
Monosense might come in handy here.
Got some repair kits.
How's that? How's that? Let's go. How's that? Not done yet. How's that?
Even the mushroom has armor, huh?
How's that? How's that? How's that?
Well, that guy's persistent. But I'm very good at running. Full potion.
Found something! Mana sense might come in handy here. Didn't expect this here.
Clumps of specular grass litter the area. Blessed paper scrap. Adol obtained some specular grass. The rain is coming down even harder. Might be best to return back to the abandoned building where Karja is waiting. Do I know how to administer the specular grass? That might be something I should be concerned with. So yeah, I have it, but how do I use it? Are you feeling better? Karja's attacks are faster and more relentless than usual. Her physical abilities seem to be dramatically increased, but she's clearly not in her right mind. Shield sister, come to your senses.
It's not enough! More! More! I feel great! How's that?
How's that? How's that? There, all good to go. How's that?
What was that all about? After drinking the tea that Adol had prepared from the specular grass, Karja's breathing begins to stabilize. As Adol hears Karja slipped into a slumber, he relaxes, his own fatigue catching up with him.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Whew. What should I... About time to head out.
Finally up? I, put you through some real crap, didn't I?
Did the medicine work?
Yeah. Dr. Flair was right about this stuff. Bitter as hell, though. Can't get the taste out of my mouth. So, sorry. It was my fault the Sandras ran aground. I can't believe I got so flustered that I'd make such a rookie mistake.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Sure, but then I got upset and took it out on you. Oh, right. There was one other thing I should mention. What happened to me yesterday, that wasn't an illness. I think that was me going berserk. On top of wielding mana, he can go berserk whenever he pleases. It's a form of combat that only develops in a select few, turning their heightened emotions into raw power. The user gains monumental strength at the cost of their senses, causing them to fight till their stamina runs dry. That's right. The same power you saw Grimson use as we were fleeing Karnak. Just like with mana, it seems to develop in less and less people as time goes on. Apparently, Grimson uses the henbane herbs he smokes to bring on a berserker state by force.
Wait, so how'd you do it?
Good question. My guess is that it's just in the blood. That power. During battle, it makes you so exhilarated, as if you're in a trance or overcome with ecstasy. But at the same time, you can feel it threatening to swallow you up. Like if you let it go too far, you'll never come back. But last night, my mom came to me in a dream. I can't help but think that was why my power started calming down.
What kind of person was she?
Good question. Ilena Balta was her name. I hear she led the Balta Sea Force along with Grimson, but I don't really remember her all that well. She died when I was 3. When I was in that feverish haze, though, her words came back to me.
Okay, my sweet little Karja. Be a good girl while Mommy's away. I'm always praying for your health and happiness. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that day never comes.
Sounds like a great mother.
Yeah. I can't help but wonder what day she was talking about, though. The day I go berserk? Or maybe something else entirely, for all I know.
We'll take on whatever comes together.
You're a real weirdo, Adol. Doing all this when you're not even a Norman. Still, though, I really am glad. Let's go, brother. Back to the Sandras.
Your affinity with Karja has increased. Karja's recapture skill, Azure Eyes Assault, upgraded to Azure Eyes Assault 2. She'll learn Berserker Rage. Okie dokie. Oh wait, we can upgrade weapons.
Let's see. Whew. All finished. What should I do next? All prepped and ready. Let's see. What should I do next? About time to head out.
Switch! Want to take a break here? Alright, better mark this area on the map.
Okay, well, we stop it there. This is meowmurai. You've been watching East 10 Nordics running on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.